LoveLine, 1 minute warning. Sex, drugs, disease, and addiction served up fresh in 50 seconds. Adam's occasional humor and Drew's plethora of knowledge unleashed in 40 seconds. The world's dumbest callers can be heard coast to coast in 30 seconds. And life gets just a little bit better in only 20 seconds. Nine, 8, 7, 6.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
LoveLine.
Yep, it is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Tonight, our guest
humming in the background,
Saturday Night Live, Darrell Hammond is here.
Yeah.
Darrell was in on this show, I would say, a year and a half.
That long ago?
Was it?
I think it was a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Really? Yeah.
You had some great callers that night, man.
We're going to have some great callers tonight,
It's
too.
a great show. We listen to it in New York sometimes.
Oh, well, God.
It's NEW.
NEW.
Is it NEW? Yeah.
Yeah, it's NEW. Of course it is. That's right.
Whatever.
We're a little sketchy on some of the affiliates, which doesn't always make for the greatest affiliate relations. But we look at this as a local show.
Right.
To us, it doesn't go out of Culver City.
Right.
But it's local wherever you're listening.
That's right. We are wherever you are. So send those cookies. Somebody actually told me once when we went somewhere, I don't know, Minnesota or something, that somebody sent a batch of cookies over to the station for us, which is nice. It's stupid, but it's nice.
Wait.
I'm going to start putting you on at SNL. We have to pull these all-nighters.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to start listening to you guys at 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah, you guys do. I mean, Jesus, what talk about crunch time when you get a little bit later in the week.
Yeah.
And you're sitting around with all the writers and trying to hash everything out.
Yeah, and especially like in my position, I usually do the topical piece, so mine usually isn't written till Friday or Saturday anyway.
Right.
So you'll get a call at 2 a.m. going, can you do Trent Lott? I'll try, boss.
Well,
You know?
I mean, once you can do a few, doesn't it make it easier to do others? I mean,
or harder.
No,
with
I mean,
less choices.
No, like I can't do any impersonations.
So it's all easy for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's all difficult for me.
I see.
Because it involves talent, you see, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
But Darrell has talent. He does many impersonations, some better than others, I'm sure, but you do many, and you have that ability. I mean, you have that gift. It's like people who can do accents. They could probably do all of them better than you could do one.
That's true.
If you didn't have a gift for that.
That's probably true.
And Darrell certainly has that. What year are you on personally on Saturday Night Live?
This is my 5th.
I would have guessed somewhere around there. But see, the thing that's funny about the cast from Saturday Night Live is sometimes there's guys that were around for 3 years and you didn't know them because they didn't do that much for 3 years.
Well, I didn't really. Yeah.
Well, you've been a pretty strong presence over there for the last 3 or 4.
Maybe last 3 and a half. Yeah.
But they're guys like, how long has Tracy Morgan been around there?
I don't know.
Who's
3 years, 4 years?
No, you see, I bet it seems to me like he's been around for 5 or 6, and
There's
we've
like
only
50 people in the cast. It's really hard to get on the air there.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is.
I mean, and Drew, please, I'm not saying this, and I hope you back me up on this just to kiss Darrell's ass, but I believe it's the most difficult form of comedy to do.
You've said that forever.
Week after week, which is sketch comedy. And the thing that really makes sketch comedy is a bitch is that everyone at home thinks they can do it, thinks they have an idea for a sketch, thinks they work with some guy. down at the feed store that's funnier than this
Sure.
guy or that guy on TV, and it's you're screwed because not only is it actually very difficult to do, especially
Everybody thinks it's easy.
everyone thinks they can do it.
Yeah, and SNL is sort of like, people really love to hate SNL. When it goes down, people love to talk about it, and people watch to see it go down.
And it's always suffered from that. Oh, yeah, it's good, but it could be better.
Yeah.
It could be better. I
Always.
could do it better.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you.
But if you really
yeah.
stop to consider that we're going to put on a 90-minute show, and it's going to be live. Now, Lauren doesn't sweeten the laugh tracks. There's no laugh tracks. So when they do reruns, you'll hear sketches bomb.
Right.
As my Bobby Knight bombed a couple of weeks ago.
I'm trying to think if I saw the
I hope you didn't.
Bobby Knight.
Oh, did it tank?
Yeah, but Darrell, your stuff is always funny. Sometimes it can be extremely funny, but it's always at least interesting because you're doing a take on a character or a take on a personality. And it's like when you're doing Jesse Jackson, for instance, it doesn't matter what the material is. I mean, it could go from a 7 to a 10 based on that, but it's still a 7 just because you're doing Jesse Jackson.
Well, maybe so. I like to think that's true, but brother, when you're out there in front of 7.5 million households and you're tanking, and line after line after line is going by where there should be a laugh, 1, 2, 3, and you just go, "This is it."
I know.
I just gave you my best stuff, folks.
It's the worst. And you can't break like you could if you were doing stand-up and yell, "What's wrong with you a-holes?" like I would do halfway into the line that didn't get the joke. Or do an aside or do whatever. You're sort of trapped in it. And what, in a way, makes it safe, which is you picking a character, putting on a wig, and doing it, is also what makes it extra scary because you can't just turn to somebody and say, "Let's try this again."
Yeah, thanks for telling me that new joke sucked. Yeah, and there's probably 200 people tuned in, to your every move.
Yes.
I mean, in that studio, I think there's 275 sitting there, and then there's all the people that work there. It's a huge staff. But going on the air and not bombing, I think comedy's hard.
Well, if you watch me do it, you'll understand how difficult it is.
Well,
I think
me
that's
too.
what Darrell's saying.
You
But
just watch the Bobby Knight and watch that thing go down.
Well, I do Saturday Night Live. I do tune into fairly religiously, which speaks of my social life.
I've none either, so
I'm always home on Saturday, and I always watch Saturday Night Live. And because I did sketch comedy for many years and know how difficult it is, appreciate it and do not judge it quite as harshly as some others may. And I do especially enjoy your work.
thank you.
I mean,
I enjoy your work as well.
Well, thanks.
You're a funny man.
Oh, there you go. You hear that, Drew?
What's your name again?
With your own voice, you're funny.
That's right.
Yeah, just listening to your voice.
Yeah.
That's right. That's good for a
That's
laugh, that
right.
nasally drone. Thank you very much. Darrell, by the way.
What if Darrell could do an Adam Carolla impersonation?
Could you? Well, maybe if he listens for a little while longer,
Yeah.
at some point in the evening, you could grace us with that.
Possibly. I don't know. You're telling me you have like a bad voice. You have a real good voice.
There you
There's
go.
nothing really wrong with it. It's like trying to do Bob Costas. Like Bob Costas called me up. He's like, "When are you going to do me? I want to know because I want to give you I'm like, Bob, who can do you?
Yeah, if you want to do a good Bob Costas, just enunciate, be articulate, and get a thesaurus.
Yeah. He was saying, he's going, a friend of mine manages the Padres, Bruce Bochy.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about it. This is actually how he talks, like off the air. He's like, Bruce Bochy, the third largest head in all of baseball, actually professional sports, second only to Baseball Commissioner Fay Vincent, and of course O.J. Simpson, who could be mounted on Mount Rushmore And I'm going, Bob, you really sound like yourself.
Yeah, we had that same surreal experience when we
Sinbad.
met Sinbad. we did what did he step in for? Was it Vibe?
He was
At
the
the end?
Vibe guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And no, they had an original host.
you're right.
And he was replaced by I think Sinbad, but we never met Sinbad before, and we ran into him at the hall in the hallway before we did the show, and he came up to us. And he is Sinbad plus
Squared.
2.
Sure.
Squared.
Sinbad
Sinbad squared.
Yeah.
And he walked into our, and Drew's Drew and I'm me, but we don't have much going on. And he came piling into the room. Hey, what's up, man? He's wearing like
Amazing
bib
personality.
overalls, and he's filling up the room. And then he shuts the door, and I looked at Drew and I went, "My God, that is Sinbad."
That's really
Sinbad does. Sinbad.
Yeah.
Sinbad as Sinbad.
I remember when I was first starting out, and he was already, working on the networks. He'd already done a Carson and everything, and he was real nice to me.
Yeah, he's a
Great-
nice guy,
great guy.
but it ain't an act.
But no, he loves being alive. He totally
Yeah.
loves being alive.
That's why I resent him.
Me too.
I don't like anyone who. I don't mind people tolerating being alive, but when they love it,
Yeah.
now I got a problem.
I have a problem with you. You seem more suited for this party than me.
James is 21. By the way, Darrell will be at the La Brea Improv tomorrow through Sunday in fabulous La Brea. Go ahead, James. What's up?
Am I on?
Yep.
Yes, you is.
All right, I have a question. I'm 21 years old, and when I was younger, I've always had I'm a slim guy. I'm skinny, but I kind of have like breasts, but real tiny, kind of like an overweight guy would.
Yeah.
And as I was getting older, I was told they would go away, but they've kind of stayed along with me. And I work out and everything, but
You smoke a lot of pot?
yeah.
There it is.
I wouldn't say a lot, but I do smoke pot occasionally.
How occasionally?
Probably every other day.
There you go.
What is that? I never heard of this.
Absolutely.
Not at 21.
Absolutely.
Listen, I was sitting home, ironically stoned, on Sunday night with Dan Dratch, who's Rachel Dratch's younger brother, I believe, who's a cast member of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And we were watching 2020's rerun about 2 in the morning, and they had a gynecomastia story, and these were like young guys, males in pretty decent shape, most of them, who had either one or both of their breasts were enlarged. I mean, they looked like a woman's breast in a way. I mean, not quite a woman's breast. If it was a woman's breast, I'd be disappointed, but at least more like a woman's breast than a man's chest.
Yeah.
And these guys were 19 or 20, and sometimes it was just one side. And they talked about getting liposuction and getting surgery and having plastic surgery. But at 21, how much weed, how many years of weed does he have under his...
He probably, if you start smoking pot around the time that this normally comes on, you can sustain it. So did you start smoking pot around 14, 15?
James?
But it's been
James.
with me since I was younger. I've had it when I was like 12 or 13.
That's right.
When did you, shush up. When did you start smoking weed?
When I was a sophomore in high school, so I'd say about 16.
15, a sophomore in high school.
Listen,
Sophomore in high school
Drew,
is 15.
listen to me. He had a predisposition for
Yes,
this.
it would
no
have
doubt
gone
about
away at 16 if he had not.
What about the guys who it doesn't go away for who don't smoke pot?
It's very unusual. It's
But,
very
I mean,
unusual.
Even
No,
if I'm
it's
in
not.
like, really good shape,
It's very unusual.
Can you explain that?
No, we can't.
Pot creates very, very substantial elevations in circulating estrogen.
Is there a name for this?
Yeah, it's called gynecomastia, and the reason it occurs in some males is that the adrenal gland starts putting out estrogen around the time, just before the testes turn on and start producing testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And-
it's like really embarrassing.
All right, you can get it worked on.
And
Can you
pot, marijuana.
Shut up, James.
Marijuana
Nice rack.
can sustain that. It will prevent it from going back down by sustaining the circulating levels of estrogen.
Oh.
Marijuana suppresses testosterone,
What a
raises
bizarre
estrogen.
side effect.
And it's actually, and some men will spontaneously get breast enlargement at an older age, at 25, 26.
Right.
Because
But
of something, the previous drug use.
Just from the pot.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
previous, they have to be using it.
Oh,
Well,
I see.
listen, though, but here's the reality. Nobody smokes more weed than, let's say, Snoop Dogg, for instance.
Yeah.
I was at Snoop Dogg's house. I got baked as soon as I opened the front door of that place. I swear to Christ. He smokes nonstop. He smokes in the studio. He takes his shirt off. He doesn't have an ounce of it.
And
That's
he
my
probably
main man
probably
now.
didn't have this when he
Thank
was
you,
14
Snoop.
either.
Yeah.
The way this guy did.
All right, Drew. You know I'm right here. He was heading for this anyway.
Adam, this is categorical. This is a classic situation.
Who's the doctor, James?
Not me.
Yeah. All right. So how much weed have you smoked since your 10th grade year?
I mean, not much. Just off and on. I mean, period.
There you
In
go.
the last year or two, quite, a lot.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's just I've never seen any other male with this kind of problem.
How often do you smoke pot?
Every other day.
Every other day. For how many years?
I would say constantly the last 2 or 3.
3 years.
All right.
Yeah.
And then before that, how frequently were you smoking?
Just not much. Probably once every 6 months.
Oh, is that it before that?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
my case is not as strong.
Jesus Christ. If I could read, I'd be a doctor. I know I would. I feel it. Or a pirate.
I mean,
Or an astronaut. An astronaut. I still haven't ruled out pirate or astronaut
What's
as
that,
far as career.
What's that, James?
I didn't want to go to the doctor because I didn't know what.
They can plastic
is there a
surgery.
name for it? I
Yeah,
didn't know what
yes. It's a relatively.
How uncommon
Listen,
is it
go to a plastic surgeon.
Yes,
They'll
take
fix
care
it.
of it. But you keep smoking pot, it's hard for it to go down. You might
Right.
go down by itself if you stop smoking the
Is
pot.
there anything? Can I go to the doctor and get anything for it?
Yes, they
Oh
can
my
take
God.
the tissue out.
Because
They're-
I didn't know there was a name for it. That's why I was calling.
All
you
right.
before I
Hey,
went to the
listen,
doctor.
James.
Cool.
Although I prefer you living in your own silent world of shame, I'm telling you now to go to a plastic surgeon. They see it all the time, and they can take care of it, okay? But quit smoking so much weed.
You don't do steroids.
Forget
That's
it.
steroids.
Oh,
Just
boy.
You never did any steroids, did you?
No, I know. I've never done steroids.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
0 for 2 there, Drew. I want to hop back and speak to Corey. Corey,
Yeah, hi.
you're 14.
Yeah.
Hold on, Drew. What's the gyno part of the gynecomastia?
Give me the dictionary.
Because there's gynecology,
Yeah.
and it must
Yeah.
mean some chick thing,
Yeah,
right?
It must.
Because this is saying like chick boobs, right? Isn't that what?
You would think so.
Yeah, look up gyno.
Say that again. It kind of rolls off the tongue nicely.
Chick boobs. It's going to be name of a band I'm starting during my hiatus. Corey,
Yeah.
what's up? You're 14.
First of all, I made up my call. I just wanted to say hi to Darrell Hammond. I'm probably a disturbingly religious.
Hang on a second. Gynec,
Hi, Corey.
gyneco, gynec, woman.
Woman. Okay,
All right.
go ahead there.
Omastia.
Yeah, I'm
of
probably-
the breast.
Okay.
Woman of the breast.
Whatever.
Been
Thank you.
watching Saturday Night Live since I was 9.
Yeah.
And are you leaving this season or what?
No, unless they want me to, but I'm not going to.
They can't get rid of Darrell.
No.
He is like a strong left-hander in a bullpen.
I think of myself as like a field goal kicker, like, because
Yeah.
I get to wear a uniform and a helmet and everything, and I have to go to practice. But let's face it,
No, you're not going anywhere.
I come in the third quarter and I chip one in, and that's how I earn my money.
Right, and for years it was, I don't know what the chronology is, but in my mind it would be like a Dan Aykroyd was, did a lot of impressions.
Aykroyd,
And
Carvey,
Then it was
Hartman.
Carvey, and then Hartman. And,
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, although Eddie Murphy was different in a way because, at least to me, a lot of his things weren't impersonations, but they were more sort of
Yeah,
characters
like
or
Mike
caricatures.
Myers.
Right, but you have sort of stepped in to fill that space, and they need that, and they're always going to need it.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, absolutely. How can you do it? You couldn't do a show like that if you didn't have someone who could do the president or who had the ability to
Or
do
do-
whoever was current. And what about that? I mean, what about Bush or Gore?
What about him?
Who do you want to be president?
Yeah.
I want Gore to be president.
He's easier to.
No, I think he'd be a lot more fun to do, and they told me I'll be playing him, so I want him to be the president, and I think everyone should.
I don't. I look at Gore, and I know that's part of the rap with him is that he's wooden and doesn't really have anything too distinct going on. But he doesn't. He seems like a guy who doesn't have any real distinct mannerisms.
I think in the fall, when he gets under presidential scrutiny,
You'll
I
see
think
it.
I think you'll see the things that I see and the tapes that I order and from C-SPAN that he has a very interesting personality and real quirky.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Like
And a
what?
very interesting form of speech too.
Can you give us a little Gore?
I haven't, really started working on the voice because I've been trying to figure out what's kind of impediment. I think he has a slight speech impediment. Did you watch any of the debates this year?
No, I try to stay far away from politics and anything that I call learning.
I know.
But I've seen Gore obviously many times, and nothing ever jumps out at me. I mean, he's certainly no Ross Perot.
Well, think about this. Think about the vice presidential job, the slot. Think about what you get to do with your brains and your heart and your drive and your patriotism. You get to go to a bake sale.
Right.
You get to do all the, Clinton's in Taiwan. Like when I was there at the White House, Clinton had these like Asian distinguished businessmen. He'd be talking to them. He'd just be going, there is nothing wrong with democracy that cannot be fixed by what is right with democracy. Right across the hall is like Gore with kindergartners, right? He's like, 4 simple steps to food safety. Clean, separate, cook, chill. Can I get a what? But I was going to say, can I get a what? That's kind of funny.
Is Clinton, and I know you get this all the time, and I'm sure we covered it last time, but man, you are brutal when you do some of those Clintons. I think I saw a rerun. Well, there's the one where you're on the news segment, and you're talking about reviewing the movie Air Force One and stuff like that. And I mean, it is brutal.
Yeah,
brutal.
Yeah.
And
it's
if you
really
heard
harsh.
from him or talked to him,
quite a bit.
No.
Yeah, he invited me to the White House 3 years ago. I went and performed with him at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and again this past. I guess it was probably 6 weeks.
He doesn't take any shots at you?
He did this time. This time.
Oh yeah, I mean anything post Monica.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
He's just like he went up before me, and he's like, poor Darrell Hammond. What will he do when I am gone? And he goes, come to think of it, what will I do when I guess I'll become a Darrell Hammond impersonator.
So he doesn't begrudge it.
He doesn't act like it.
Wow.
Hillary, on the other hand, I don't. Hillary tends to smile at me and but not with her eyes. Just the mouth. It's sort of like laughter and rage are really indistinguishable to her now.
I'll tell you, I couldn't imagine, in a way, her position even more than his when you're up there doing that and doing a dead-on Clinton and some of the stuff that's coming out of your mouth, especially, like I said, some of those segments during the news.
Yeah, they're harsh.
I really expect to see a sniper's bullet go right through your forehead, halfway into it.
I've had some pretty serious stalkers. I've had 2.
I'm talking about Secret Service. I'm not talking about crazed fans.
Oh yeah, I almost got whacked by the Secret Service last time, and when I did the Correspondents' Dinner 6 weeks ago, because I got lost in that giant hotel, and it's circular, in Washington, like the D.C. Hyatt or something, and I didn't have any ID on me, and this guy comes up and. I said, can you show me where the ballroom is? Yeah, it was so weird. The guy goes, could you show me some ID? I'm like, I don't know, ID. I'm the show. I'm performing tonight. I'm doing a half an hour of stand-up. Show me some ID. It was really rough. It was really rough.
Security is great. They're very impartial.
Did you have a flashback to your...
I started getting, angry with this guy. I'm like, excuse me. I'm thinking to myself, these people in D.C. are really freaking rude. And then it hit me. I saw the little coil behind the ear, and I went, oh, my God. These are shooters.
Right. It's got the earpiece stuck in there.
Yeah.
Like Drew on LoveLine, the TV show.
But when I say that Gore has an impediment, I'm not sure if he does or if he doesn't. But I think it's sort of like something that you see in the South when, he went to an evangelical school, and it's primarily among evangelists. Like they'll say something like phony and scurrilous charge. Scurrilous.
Right.
And it's not like a gay lisp, it's a preacher lisp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he talks without opening his mouth. Yeah, I think keeps his teeth together.
Most of the time he just gets up there and goes, I want to say that I want to do it, and it's very animated. But when you see him off camera, you'll notice that he's really interesting.
Well,
I swear.
That's the same with Drew. The second you turn the camera off, he lights up. That's when he shines on the ride home from the studio.
Yeah, the wooden element just melts past.
All the bark peels right off you, and you glow.
Who are you voting for, Drew?
I don't know yet.
No?
I'm sort of leaning towards Gore myself. I haven't really got dug in yet.
Tell me the prop. I'll convince you.
To do Gore?
No.
I'd actually like to meet the guys or be in some place where you can sort of, you know what I mean?
Get a feeling for him.
And I'd get behind somebody I really believe in.
I couldn't do. Oh, you got to go to a break.
We gotta take a break, but we'll get into this.
Let's talk about gore and syphilis and any drugs and gyno, that thing.
When we come back.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Honey, I took a first response pregnancy test. Jenny's getting a brother or sister.
Great, but you're only a day late.
It works that soon.
First Response. So advanced it can be used as soon as the first day of your missed period. No at-home tests work sooner, and it's over 99% accurate in lab tests. Use as directed. See your doctor as recommended.
Jenny, you're gonna have a baby to play with.
Where is it?
Growing in Mommy's tummy.
Better get it out now.
Why?
There's no room in there.
First Response. Nobody tells you sooner.
I'm talking to a real-life Geico Auto Insurance customer, Jackie Gelman. Jackie, you filed a claim with Geico. How fast was it handled?
It was fast.
As fast as a cheetah chasing a frightened antelope on the African plains, Jackie?
Well, it was fast.
Voila! Claims handled as fast as a cheetah at dinner time, give or take a few antelope. One 15-minute call could save you 15% or more. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
Hi, I'm Serenity, and these are my friends, Missy and Stephanie.
You know, a lot of things happen to us every day that we have no control over.
But HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases aren't things that just happen to you. You do have a choice.
You can choose to use a condom, have safe sex, and take control of your life.
Asking for a condom isn't stupid. It's smart. It shows that you care about yourself and your partner.
You can do something about sexually transmitted diseases.
Use a condom.
Every partner.
Every time.
We do.
A message brought to you by Wicked Pictures and AIDS Project Los Angeles.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Somewhere in our community is a mother whose drug abuse once left her unable to care for her kids. There's a father, too, whose alcohol use drove his wife and children away. There's a boyfriend whose drug use frightened his girlfriend into giving him an ultimatum: get help or I'm gone. Help is available. It's in the form of treatment programs for drug abuse and alcohol problems, and the good news is that these programs are making a big difference in people's lives. With proper treatment, mothers and fathers, sweethearts and coworkers, friends and neighbors are overcoming drug and alcohol problems and reclaiming their lives. Isn't it great that treatment works? To find out about drug and alcohol treatment programs that can help, call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-HELP. There is help, and it works. A public service of this station and the Center for Substance Abuse Treatment.
Dad, I don't think our campfire's totally out.
Are you kidding me? I know when a campfire's out. Did you drown the fire with water and stir it with a stick? No, it's out. We don't have to... Who said that?
Frank, it's a talking moose with sunglasses.
And a bunch of singing and dancing forest animals.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
And when your folks desire to build a fire,
hot, hot.
Clear brush and branches away. And keep water nearby like you oughta.
We're all counting on you.
Okay, I poured water on the fire. I stirred it with a stick. Everybody walked slowly toward the RV.
Dad, these are just Smokey's friends.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Frank, it's Smokey.
Nice hat, Smokey. Want the rest of my peanut butter sandwich?
Dad,
Visit Smokey at www.smokeybear.com. Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, the National Association of State Foresters, and the Ad Council.
Yep, it is LoveLine.
I want to meet him, too.
I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there, and that's Darrell Hammond over there from Saturday Night Live. You can find him at the La Brea Improv starting tomorrow. That would be Thursday, and going through to Sunday. And you like doing stand-up?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Really?
Plus you get to do the clubs, when you get a TV gig, you get to do all the clubs you couldn't get in before.
Yeah.
The improvs are all really good clubs.
Right. It's not like, come on down at 6:30, sign up.
Right.
We'll put all the names in a hat. Then we'll
Yeah.
draw them in no random order, except for the guys who were here last week who we like.
Yeah.
And then we'll put you on. Now, when we hit you with the flashlight or when Eddie Cantor's head lights up, that
right.
means it's time to tell your last joke.
Mhm.
Not your second to last joke, not third to last, not your
Mhm.
last story. Your last joke.
Mhm.
You're off that stage in 3 minutes, or we'll pull the goddamn
and
mic.
consider when they're going to put
That's
you
what I
on.
love.
Consider, when I first got to New York, I was rejected by every club in that city. But they put you on at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
Please, you'd have these disinterested people who have been cajoled and just sort of coaxed. Come on, free drinks, come inside. It's stand-up comedy. Come on inside.
Right.
And they come in, they're just like, oh my God, how do I get out?
I've done stand-up comedy maybe 15, 20 times in my life, and I'd say if you took the combined audience and separated them from audience members to other comedians waiting to get up, it'd be about a 70-30 split. I've done more stand-up for other stand-ups waiting to get on.
Absolutely.
And just sort of sitting there looking like you'd be looking if you were going through your routine in your head and thinking to yourself, this guy represents the competition, and I got to hop up there and just...
That's right.
Boy, did I hate stand-up. Lewis?
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
Okay, first off, y'all guys rock, right?
Thank you.
And, okay, the problem is this weekend, me and a couple of friends went out and we, partied, right, because we just graduated. And, I don't know, I got, real drunk and I guess stoned, too. Anyways, I can't remember much about the night, but I remember waking up, totally nude next to my best friend.
Yeah.
And it looked like we had done it.
Why?
I haven't the slightest idea.
No, what makes you think you've done something?
Because there were, some stains. So.
No, I don't buy it.
No, there weren't.
Forget it. Lewis, please.
What kind of stains? This is going to be good.
I think we all know kind of stains. There are cum stains.
They had cum stains.
Where were they?
Yeah. On your chin or on the small of your back or on the comforter?
Small of my back.
Small of your back, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And were you...
yeah.
There's
I know.
There's a telltale sign, huh?
Yeah, whenever I wake up and see something dry and flaky on my skin, I assume that another male ejaculated on that spot.
It's a natural assumption.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be wrong.
And you're not alone. It's okay.
Lewis, so you think you're gay?
No,
All
I
right.
never had any problems with my sexual identity or anything.
Okay.
But I don't know. He was talking to me beforehand because he's my best friend. He's my brother.
Right.
And he had been telling me this beforehand, but I didn't, I told him, if you go through the change, I'll still be here for you. But I didn't think anything like this would happen.
All right.
The change.
The change, the transformation over to the brown side.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't know, he's still my friend and all.
All right, good. Good night, Lewis.
All right, that's fine. You're okay. All right.
I'm just wondering, how to...
Good night.
How to what?
How to, confront him and, get this past us, because we haven't talked since this happened. It's been, at least 5 days.
All right. Well, give it another 5 days and then pretend like nothing happened, all right?
Okay.
All right, Lewis. You're fine.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, I didn't really buy that.
Oh, are you kidding?
Clint?
What am I missing here?
That was just BS.
Hello?
Oh, he was making that up. Okay.
Clint, you're 19.
Yes, sir.
What's up? Yeah, because straight guys don't call and brag about getting sodomized in their sleep. Rarely do they do that.
That's not the way that story would go down.
Yeah. Guess what?
Okay.
Right. What's up, Clint? Hey, let me ask Drew something. Drew, are you going to those MTV Movie Awards?
I think so.
You are? And when
I
is
have
that?
to do a graduation speech that night, and then I'm trying to get over there for that.
Is that Saturday?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Across the street here, like Sony.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
What time? You don't know?
No.
How come I didn't get invited?
You're invited.
I am?
I got you seats.
You got me seats?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
I checked in to see if we had seats.
How come no one told me anything about that?
I don't know. I checked to make sure you had them.
All right. I can't go.
Then I'll take.
Go ahead. You want them?
Why can't you go?
Well, A, I'm sure they're crappy seats because it's MTV.
Yeah.
And B, I got to work. We're doing 2 man shows on Saturday.
Till when?
I'll probably get wrapped at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
All right. You going to the parties afterward?
There isn't one.
Oh, there isn't?
No.
Well, not one. There's one. There's just not. They're
Nothing
not
we're
telling
going
you
to,
about
yeah.
it. Right. It's MTV. Clint?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're 19. What's up?
I started about 2.5, 3 months ago. I started dating a 15-year-old girl. Found out 3 weeks ago that she was pregnant.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Is that?
And,
yeah.
What's up with you going out with a 15-year-old?
I don't know. It happened. I don't
It just
know.
happened, huh?
I see.
Her mom's okay with it and everything, but
sure.
she doesn't. Nobody knows that she's pregnant but me and her and like a few of our very close friends.
Okay.
And I was just wondering if there was anything that, like am I going to go to jail or, what the deal with the law is.
What state are you in?
Georgia.
Yeah.
Do we have the age of consent? What's the age of consent in Georgia? Clint?
I
Not
picture,
sure.
by the way, I don't picture when you say with your dialect you're going to jail. I don't picture a jail. I picture like a pokey, and I picture Alex Karras with a baseball bat sort of walking up to your house, not
That's a bad
actual
state.
uniformed guys. I'm picturing like coming up a dirt road, Alex Karras carrying a pool cue and coming up, calling him boy, maybe wearing like reflective sunglasses.
Don't tell him that, man.
That's what I'm seeing, Clint.
Clint, what is the age of consent in Georgia?
I'm not sure. I believe it's 16.
It's probably 16.
All right.
Well, usually in these situations where there is a legal problem, it's the
I'm
parent.
not. She turned 16
Clint?
in August.
Clint?
Or the beginning of September.
I see. Her mother would probably have to press charges.
That's right. It's usually the parents that push these issues.
And I'm guessing her mom was pregnant with her when she was 14, so she's not going to be likely.
No doubt.
How's her mom? 28?
No, she's 35, 36.
Oh yeah, but she's the
Second
youngest.
daughter, yeah. How many brothers?
She has a
and sisters?
49-year-old brother.
How old is her oldest sibling? Your girlfriend.
She's the only child.
Okay.
Really? Man, she's a whopping 35. A ripe old age of 20 when she was pregnant. Oh well, 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's going to be 16, so she could have been 18. There you go. It's making a little more sense. Hey, Clint.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you get that 15-year-old pregnant, you goofball?
I don't know.
Okay, but you listen. You're not a good thinker, so I'm going to do the thinking for the both of us, all right?
Okay.
All right. You cannot get her pregnant again or anyone else pregnant again for a long time, all right?
That's
You've
right.
got to start using protection. You understand?
Okay. Yes, sir.
B, you got to figure out what you're going to do with this pregnancy. Is she
Keep
going to she wants to keep it.
Yeah, we about to.
You'd like to too.
Yeah.
So you're going to marry her?
Well,
yeah.
let's not get
Yeah.
hasty.
Oh, he said yes.
Really?
Huh?
So you're going to get married and that'll be it, huh?
I guess so. I mean, I really love her,
All right, fine. All right, don't get her pregnant for a little while and get that truck driver's license and, carve out a niche for yourself. What do you do, Clint?
I just started a job at a warehouse. It's about 20 miles from where I'm be going to school at in August.
You going to school?
Yeah, I start school in August.
That may
Trying to
stop.
get your GED?
No, I'm going to college. I
I see.
graduated last year.
I see. All right.
Well, you may not be able to go to college if you're raising a child.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
All right, Clint. You sound fairly noble for a guy who bangs minors. All right? All right, take care of your kid, though. Do you hear me?
I appreciate it.
Don't ever
Yes, sir.
throw any tobacco at him.
Oh, I don't even smoke.
Okay, no, I meant dip.
I don't do that either.
Okay, good man, Clint. You take care of her.
Boy.
All right. Well, listen. We always frown on these kinds of relationships, and we should, but Who cares? That's what I'm saying. I don't have time for everybody.
Well, look, okay, let's take a second and comment about.
He wants to marry her.
Yeah.
She's going to be 16 in a short year and a half.
They're gonna look, he wants to make a go of this.
He wants to make a go of it. He's got himself a nice job guarding the warehouse.
But isn't that sort of chilling to hear someone say, well, I guess we'll get married. I guess you'll get married.
Oh,
I guess I'll get in the ring with Mike Tyson. I guess. I mean,
you have no idea. They're like, oh, we'll have a kid. Maybe we'll have 2 kids. What about marriage? Oh, no, that's a commitment.
Yeah, but that's a huge commitment. I mean, right?
Yeah, but the kids, how about that?
I believe me, I'm with you, but I'm just saying, if someone says, maybe I will, maybe I won't get married, marriage isn't that sort of turf. It really requires...
No, but if you want to screw that up, that's your business. To me, if you want to screw a kid up, it's sort of everyone's business because it takes a village. Christian?
Hi.
You're 24.
Yeah, that last call just made me realize I am insane. Insane in an insane world.
Why is that?
Okay.
What happened?
People are nuts, man. Okay, I had a grand mal seizure about a year ago. I was actually driving home from work and a cop pulled me over. The only time I've been happy to be pulled over by a cop. And as I gave him my license, I went into a grand mal seizure, and I ended up in the hospital.
What is that?
A grand mal seizure is when you're out, you're going into a convulsion.
Is that drug-induced?
Complete.
What's it called, Drew?
A seizure. Why did you have...
Why does she keep calling it
a... generalized seizure is a better way to say it.
A grand mal seizure
Christian.
is different than a petit mal or a partial
Christian.
complex.
It's called... It's more accurate to call it generalized seizure.
Okay, generalized seizure.
But why... What was going on? Where did that come from? Why do you have seizure?
I don't know. I was thinking about that. I wonder if I kind of, I was just so stressed out.
Did you see a neurologist?
Oh, yeah. I've been, oh, my God, I've been to Stanford University and doing all this stuff.
And what do they think this is caused by?
Every single doctor gives me a different diagnosis, and wouldn't you believe that when I find out what their specialty is, that's what they gave me, their diagnosis.
It's called the hammer-nail. It was my hammer-nail theory. When you're a hammer, the whole world's a nail.
It's ridiculous. Right. But my question is, they put me on Dilantin, Tegretol, Depakote, and Effexor. Now, obviously, that's some anti-depression stuff. Yes.
You're on all of those now.
No, I just weaned myself off of it.
All right, hold on. As difficult as it is, I have to wean myself off of you for just a few minutes. All right, Christian?
Oh.
Hold on.
We're gonna take a break. Don't worry. It's not like
you're putting me to the bin or something.
No, you'll go into the trough later on, but I'm not done. I'm not done raping you. All right.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. As soon as you're sufficiently worked over, then we'll discard you.
Christian,
hang on.
Our sane caller in an insane world.
She may have that juxtaposed just a little bit. Yeah. She is nutty as the day is long. I can hear it in her voice. Boy. The hairs on the back of my ass.
What causes a seizure like that?
We'll talk about it.
We'll take a break. Darrell Hammond is here from Saturday Night Live, and we'll get to the Nutty Christian after this.
We'll be right back with more LoveLine.
How was school today, Rebecca?
We learned what the Earth was like a long time ago, way back in the 1990s.
Oh.
Grandpa, did you ever taste water?
Oh, my, no. By the time I was a boy, water, if you could find it, was pretty much unfit to drink. But I hear tell, long ago, children used to make lemonade with actual tap water and drink it on hot, sunny days.
Really?
Yeah, and sometimes they'd fill balloons with water and toss them at each other and laugh, or run through the sprinkler singing and carrying on. And then after a day of playing, their folks would put them in the tub, fill it with water and bubbles, and scrub them till they were squeaky clean.
Wow. Why didn't people try to save the water?
Well, I guess they didn't think one person could make a difference.
Thousands of Americans make a difference every day. For example, over 900 million tons of untreated sewage is no longer discharged into our nation's waters. A message from ECHO, the Earth Communications Office.
Okay, class. This part of the museum is known as the Hall of Trees.
What's a tree?
Large plants that once covered much of the Earth. This is a full-scale model of a maple tree.
What are those green things?
Those were called leaves. They took in sunlight, nourished the tree, expelled oxygen, creating air for people to breathe.
People didn't breathe out of air tanks?
No, then air was everywhere. The sky was blue, even the ocean was blue,
The ocean was blue?
and filled with fish.
What's a fish?
When you protect the earth, you protect your health and that of your children. We're making progress. There has been a significant improvement. 20 years ago, air pollution in Los Angeles exceeded health standards on 4 out of every 5 days. But we still have a long way to go.
Here's the Hall of Weather. Press that button and you'll hear a rainfall.
Why'd they need rain?
Without rain, a flower couldn't grow.
What's a flower?
One person can make a difference. A message from ECHO, the Earth Communications Office.
Personally, I'm so sick of hearing about the environment.
I know. What's everyone so worried about?
51 million Americans live in areas where the air is officially classified as unhealthy to breathe.
It's a big world, and it's been here a long time.
Yeah, we're talking years and years and years.
The Center for Disease Control says that 94,000 people get sick every year from contaminated water. 900 of those people die.
It's all in their heads.
It's media hype.
The average American dumps at least 20 pounds of household toxins down the drain every year, most of which ends up in the drinking water supply.
Personally, I drink tap water. I mean, it's not like we're in Bangladesh.
Personally, I feel fine. I mean, I ask you, seriously, who's really getting hurt here?
5.8 million children died last year as a result of unsafe drinking water.
Not me or my kids, right, Billy? Billy? Where are you?
Can one person make a difference? Today, 66% of our rivers and lakes are safe for fishing and swimming, a third more than in 1970. One person can make a difference. A message from ECHO, the Earth Communications Office.
And now, Vince and Larry, the crash test dummies, with a lullaby.
Crumple, crumple, little car. When you crash, it's au revoir.
If on dumb luck you rely, through the windshield they will fly.
Keep your children off the streets. Put your kids in safety seats.
Crumple, crumple, little car. Don't be dummies like we are. Gee, Vince, I'm kind of sleepy now.
Okay, Larry, just crash anywhere.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids' safety belts. A message from the Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink, even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam Pearl. That is Dr. Drew. That is Darrell Hammond in the background. You can find him on Saturday Night Live and this week at the La Brea Improv.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday through Sunday. Do you do one show a night or 2 shows a night?
I do 2 Friday and 2 Saturday, and the other times it's 1.
I see.
Yeah.
And how long a set do you do?
45 to an hour.
Oh, man, that's a lot of talking.
That's a lot of talking.
Yeah. And and I guess you pack them in now because it's as seen on Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah, SNL's got it's quite a calling card.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's strange though, and I am not trying to take any wind out of your sail, but it can mean so much for some people and so little for others. I mean, there's examples of people who are on Saturday Night Live who have, catapulted to the stratosphere of stardom. And then there's people who you don't even remember were on for 4 seasons.
Yeah, like who?
Don't remember.
Well, no, seriously, I'm not having difficulty remembering their name, but I'll give you an example. I'd have to have the cast in front of me, but about 6, 7, maybe 8 seasons ago, there was a blonde-haired woman who did Marcia Brady, or she did Jan Brady was her big character, and I can't think of her name right now. She didn't. You don't know what I'm talking about? You guys didn't watch it. She had a little bit of a double chin, and she would do Jan, and it was Marcia. So she was always doing the Jan Brady.
Is it funny?
Character. Yeah, she's great at
Really
it.
funny.
But the point is she's doing, she's down at 99-seat theaters down on La Brea now.
Is she for real?
I don't know. The point is she didn't parlay it into a $1 million career. And what about, I don't know, Jan Hooks or not Jan Hooks, but
Jan Hooks works all the time though.
Who is it? Who went nuts when Dice Clay was going to come on? Remember that big controversy? Dice Clay was going to come on Saturday Night Live. It was about
someone boycotted
8 or 10 years ago now. Yeah. And there's a dark-haired, sort of attractive woman who was on the show who said, "I will not do that show if Dice is going to guest host." And she sat out, and he did. And it was a big controversy. And you haven't heard from her too much over the last 10 years. And I don't know why you guys are calling me out on this.
No. I'm actually curious.
The list is long.
Is that right? Interesting.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee. I mean, it works out real well for a lot of people, but for others, they seem to be able to just move on and fade back into wherever they were.
Well, I mean, as an example,
that's not going to happen to Darrell Hammond.
Oh, it could easily happen to me.
It's probably going to happen to Darrell Hammond.
I'm sensing that it's on its way.
By tomorrow, it will have.
I'm done. I'm finished. That's it, brother.
As an example,
I'll be back to the hollow whence I came. Huh?
As an example,
well, I mean, I can do, because I've done voices on the show. It seems to me that I might be welcome at an audition. I might be able to get great auditions or auditions I couldn't get before. I don't say that it's made for me, but I mean, like, I'm trying to prepare for when I'm not there anymore, but I just don't know when that's going to be. Like, I'm taking acting now. I mean,
But they're not, like I was saying earlier, the role that you fill on that show, I just couldn't see them. I mean, I think you'll leave the show when you're ready to leave the show. I just couldn't see them cutting you because it's such a vital role that you play.
I hope you're right.
Oh, I absolutely am. Christian?
Yeah.
All right, so you're 24.
Same thing happens to comics on late night radio stations. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you know me. Nothing but a downward spiral since I got into this business.
I'm on it too, baby. I'm on it too.
Yeah.
Are you a comic, Christian?
I have 2 TV shows.
No, but my life is one big effing joke.
Is that right?
What's with the seizure here?
What's up with you, baby?
I don't know, but okay, so I'm on all these medications, right? I feel like I'm in a coma for a year. I finally tell my doctors, look, I cannot stay on this. They won't give me any other alternative. So under doctor supervision, I weaned myself off of it for 3 months, and now I don't take anything but this drug called Seroquel that I just take sometimes at night when I can't get to sleep.
Yeah, Christian, these are all powerful psychiatric medications.
Well, the Seroquel is, but the...
Well, so is the Effexor and the Depakote and all that.
All right.
It was because I was depressed because, I don't know, I just had this
Christian?
fever. Yeah?
What got you going down the nutty road in the first place?
You don't have that long of a show.
I mean, yeah, who did what to you? Something bad, right?
I have a topic after this.
Well, okay, that's even all... It's not even pertinent to my question.
Well, I'm curious. Satisfy that for me, please. What happened?
Oh, good.
Dad?
No.
Huh?
I was abducted in broad daylight.
And what happened when
There's
you were abducted?
There's a punchline.
Well, I know, sick, huh? That's when I was like 14.
And what'd they do to you?
Well, he just picked the wrong person to mess with because it's just like, for me, I don't want to live. I can't live after somebody rapes me. It's like, why don't they just take a big old dump on me? I said, so you're going to have to kill me first, and that's what he tried to do.
So he abducted you. Who was this person?
Was he a name abductor? Did he have a rep?
I don't know.
You weren't familiar with this guy?
No.
Mom's boyfriend
How'd
or
you
something?
get away?
No. Yeah, he got arrested, and I went through the whole court thing. I was on the stand for 4 hours, and the guy got off still.
Oh, my God. How'd you get away?
Nice, huh? I didn't actually. He practically bludgeoned me to death.
And why'd he get off then?
Some kind of technical. I don't even know. That was like so long ago.
I see. But he raped you and bludgeoned you?
No, he abducted her.
Well, did he rape you?
I don't think so.
You're insane.
Well, you would know though, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know. My whole body hurt, so I don't know. I mean, I have bruises from the head of my head to the tip of my toe.
Right.
So since then, yeah, it's true. I've been a little certifiable.
All right. And before that, nothing?
No, I'm your just typical garden variety manic depressive, nothing major.
Yeah, Christian, you're on medicines for bipolar, for manic depression.
Right.
Okay.
So my question is about the medications. Like for the last year, sex has been not even on my agenda. Not
Good.
interested.
Fine.
So, but now, okay, this past 3 months now, I've been off of everything for about a month, except for this Seroquel that I only take,
Well, you're
periodically.
getting manic, Christian. I mean, you're hypomanic right now. Your speech is pressured. You're laughing
I'm
at
on
things.
a radio. God, I'm a little nervous.
Listen,
but
I'm on the radio. It's like I'm on a Quaalude and fifth of NyQuil. Are you kidding me? Don't use the radio as an excuse. I could fall asleep any moment now.
Your thinking's a little tangential. You laugh at stuff that's not funny. That's all hypomania. And I bet you're getting hypersexual, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gross.
That is mania, Christian. And be careful. The roof's going to blow off here soon.
Oh, baby. You don't have any kids, do you?
Hell no.
Oh, good.
First person in my family not to have a kid by 16.
Could someone
My grandma owes me a lot of money by now.
What is hypermania?
Hypomania.
Hypomania?
It's near manic, and she's heading towards mania.
All right. She needs to, stay on her meds?
She needs to get
not
back on the
have sex?
Depakote, take some Seroquel tonight, and really talk to your doctors about this because the biology is beginning to take off again.
All right. Let's just check in real quick before we go to break with Amanda, who's 17, masturbates a lot, and seeks attention from 40-year-olds. Is that true?
Hello?
That's
Hello?
fantastic. What kind of attention do you seek from 40-year-olds?
Any kind I can get.
Do you have contact with them?
Yeah.
You do. Do you have sex with 40-year-olds?
Yeah.
Oh, Adam, you're in.
Yeah, game on. Well, I'm 36. Is that too young?
No, I want you.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to go masturbate during the commercial break so I can sort of approach this from a more sensical standpoint.
Mind if I join you?
Yeah.
Dispassionate point of view.
Daryl and I are going to do that. We wouldn't want our decision-making tainted by
Right.
semen. We'll be right back after this with Amanda.
LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
Well, it's worth hearing.
These are the sounds of today's kids. And these are the voices of today's kids.
Don't underestimate me. I can work harder in school.
Give me a problem that's hard to solve.
Give me tougher work. Give me tougher books. When I solve a tough problem, I'm on top of the world.
Surprised? Don't be. 74% of kids say school should only pass them to the next grade when they've learned what's expected of them.
I'm not afraid to fail.
If I make a mistake, I'll do better next time.
75% of kids say they'd study harder if their schools gave them tougher tests. The fact is, almost all kids want to be challenged in school. So listen to the voices of kids today.
Challenge me.
Challenge me. Challenge me.
Do your part. Support higher academic achievement in your state and challenge our schools to challenge our kids. For a free booklet, call 1-800-38-BE-SMART. A message from the Ad Council and the Education Excellence Partnership.
Taking all that work home?
No, this is my own stuff. I've got a date with a financial planner.
You're only 25. Why are you planning for retirement already?
Hey, I want to be able to choose when I retire and know that I'll be financially secure when I do.
I've heard lots of people call themselves financial planners, but aren't they really trying to get you to invest in their favorite fund? Like they're selling size 20 shoes so everyone gets a hello Bigfoot.
Half this stuff is my bank statements, company insurance policies, tax returns. The planner's going to know a lot about me before recommending anything. The rest is background information I've collected on her and 2 other planners. If she passes tonight's round, she gets my papers.
Securing your financial future is important. You have a right to expect financial advice that's competent, ethical, and based on your needs. To verify that a planner is certified, call toll-free 888-CFP-MARK. A public service of the Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards.
Hey, driving fans! It may have happened to you. You may have heard the roar of the rumble strips, the blast of car and truck horns, and the heart-pounding fear of a near miss. Avoid all the dangerous crash action that comes with falling asleep at the wheel. Experience the amazing power nap. You've never seen power like this before. The Power Nap. Find out what the professional drivers have been doing for years. The Power Nap gives you the energy you need for the road ahead, and it's free. Whether you're driving to the shore with your family, to another city to meet a client, to school across the state, or anywhere there's action. The Power Nap is your ticket to revitalization. Experience the Power Nap at a rest stop near you. Just pull in, find a safe, well-lighted spot to park. Turn off the key and close your eyes. In just 20 to 30 minutes, you'll have the energy you need to drive safely for miles. So don't push it, park it. And feel the power of the power. Now. A wake-up call to all drivers from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Association.
It's nearly 6 a.m. and we're at a rest stop talking to travelers. Excuse me?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of circadian rhythms?
It's like a Latin band, right?
Not quite. Do you know what circadian rhythms are?
It's when the stars all align and their energy creates...
No. How about you, sir? Circadian rhythms. Exactly. Circadian rhythms tell your body when it should be sleeping as well as when it should be awake. Circadian rhythms are part of our body's internal controls, a kind of built-in clock that tells us when to wake up and when to go to sleep each day. Imagine the danger that comes when we try to drive when our body thinks we should be sleeping, especially at night, early morning, and for many people, mid-afternoon. You really should try to avoid driving during your body's downtimes. If you have to drive when you'd normally be sleeping and you find yourself getting drowsy, stop for a refreshing 20 to 30-minute nap. Now what would you say when I say circadian rhythms?
I'd say, don't push it, park it.
Right.
A wake-up call from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Associations.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
Appreciation of broadcasters and this station.
The brilliant comedy critics are raving about is back. HBO's Sex and the City is taking on the tough questions, like, do women really just want to be rescued?
I'm always ready for a white knight, as long as his shining armor is a gold card.
I've already met my prince. His name is Double A, and he keeps going and going.
Sex and the City, starring Sarah Jessica Parker, premieres Sunday night at 9, 8 Central, only on HBO.
Rescued by me? No. And I have the restraining order to prove it.
It's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Matchbox 20 will be in here next week. Be good to see those guys again. That'll be Sunday night.
When was the last time we saw them?
It's been a couple,
been 2 years
couple
at
of
least.
years. Yeah. Darrell Hammond is our guest tonight. You know him from Saturday Night Live. Also, if you're anywhere in the area, you can go out to the La Brea Improv and see him tomorrow night, or Friday night, or Saturday night, or Sunday night. He'll be there all weekend. And Darrell,
La Brea Improv?
yeah, it's in La Brea. It's in the city of. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, it's the Brea. Sorry, I'm sorry. Thank you, Drew. That was quite a faux pas.
Where is La Brea?
No, you're right. I'm thinking of the street, and it's definitely the city. It's in the city of Brea.
Okay.
And then, are you out here to do that? You go back. You live in New York. And you'll go back?
I'll go back to New York for a few days. Basically, I have to write some new jokes for the fall for the talk shows. You know, I've done so many talk shows, I don't have any more jokes.
Yeah.
And so I got to write some more jokes. So the best way to do that's to play a good club.
Right, and get some material.
Yeah.
And most of your stuff's pretty clean, right?
Very clean. I don't know why. I don't know why it is. I'm embarrassed to get too profane.
Yeah, me too. When I'm not jacking off, I'm writing. I'm writing.
You tell me I'm not a good setup, man.
PG type comedy.
Yeah.
Amanda,
Yes.
you're 17.
Yes. First, can I say hi to Darrell?
Hi, hi, Amanda.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. I love you.
Thank you very much. What's going on?
Nothing.
You want my buddy Adam? Is that it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, I'm 36 now. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right in your wheelhouse.
And you're 17, Amanda?
Yes, I am.
What do you see in Adam? And you've had sex with men in their 40s?
Yeah.
How many men?
I've only had, like, in their 40s, I've only had, like, 2 partners.
And how about in the 30s?
Like 5, 6, 7.
Oh boy. Where's Daddy?
Which one?
Your dad.
The original dad. Biological dad.
I don't know.
Never met him?
No, well, when I was little.
Right. So he sort of abandoned the family?
Well, kinda.
What'd he do?
Well,
He sexually abused Amanda, then was kicked down.
Did he sexually abuse you?
Not that I know of, no. He
All right.
abused my mom, and so my mom took off.
I see. So she fled. And then what about stepdad or boyfriends?
My stepdad,
Yeah.
he's cool.
He's an okay guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, never did anything to you?
Not physically or sexually, just verbally.
Yeah. So it's just a little verbally abusive.
Yeah.
But overall, a good guy.
Yeah.
Except for the verbal abuse.
Yeah.
I see.
Can I ask a question? Isn't it possible is it possible that a person could have memories actually totally repressed about some sexual trauma?
Yeah, but we in this program anyway, we find that people that have been sexually abused tend to remember.
Tend to remember
have an
it.
idea what
Mhm.
went on.
And I think this is definitely more a search for daddy than it necessarily is some sexual abuse that you're acting out on.
Well, it's kind of like my stepdad now. He's awesome, you know. I mean, I call him my dad.
Right.
It's
But,
just,
yeah,
we don't have like a real father-daughter relationship.
I know. But
What does that mean?
Why do you call him dad then? And why is he awesome?
He's taken over, you know. I mean, he adopted my brother and I.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. So he's not the world's worst guy, but he doesn't sound like a saint either.
No, he's had his ups and downs.
I'm sure. Does he do a little drinking?
Him and my mom used to be alcoholics.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. So, Amanda, your mom was an alcoholic. Your original dad was probably an alcoholic.
Yeah, he was.
He beat up on your mom or did some bad things to your mom. Then he abandoned you, and now everyone's daddy.
Amanda's an addict, too.
Yeah. What are you into, Amanda?
What do you mean?
What drugs?
Not that much anymore.
What were you into?
Just pot, alcohol, some coke. I did a little bit of heroin.
I see. So just pot, heroin, alcohol, and coke? But you never...
Yeah.
Just basically the big four is what you're saying, right?
Which is not much.
Right. Drew, how dare you make that allegation? Do you have anything to substantiate that? You hear this poor girl?
I'm sorry, Adam. I don't want to be like the rest of your callers.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You do a sprinkling of pot, marijuana, alcohol, and coke, and all of a sudden you're labeled a drug addict.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I don't know.
Dare you?
Yeah. This is I think an interesting manifestation for addiction. I think the older males going to give her what she needs, these drugs and the place to do the drugs, and she just sort of plays the patsy and gets surreptitiously gets her disease sort of massaged.
That's powerful.
All right.
And I think that's what's going on here.
And it's like, I don't know, like I masturbate a lot too.
Yeah, that's all part of your addictive disease, Amanda. I suspect you were sort of probably sexualized at a young age. That's what sort of made you hypersexual. But the process of this progressivity and the preoccupation and the sort of consequences that are mounting from your behaviors is really part of an addictive process.
All right, so what should she do?
Well, do you understand that you're an addict?
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
See.
so what should she do?
Well, really, Amanda should get a therapist. I don't think she's ready for recovery.
I have one.
Yeah. Is he or she dealing with your addiction?
He, kinda, I guess. I'm afraid to talk to anybody about it because I don't want to be labeled like a slut or anything.
Well, you're not like you're an addict, and about 85, depending on what literature you look at, what science you read, about 85% of addicts, alcoholics, are sex addicts.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're an addict trapped inside a slut's body, is basically what you're saying, which is fine.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, you're not a true slut. You're just trapped inside one.
And these choices are going to have consequences, and it's you're sort of acting something out that you need to explore with your therapist, and you need to get in some kind of recovery process going here. And working with your therapist, helping you come to grips with what's going on, will increase the probability that you can go down
All
the
right.
right path. here.
Get honest with your therapist, like I do.
Oh, yeah. Have you talked to him yet?
Yeah, I was in there Tuesday.
And you talk about your
Well,
master?
you talk mainly about the Lakers.
Did you talk about your
Shaq's inability to convert? When they foul
Shaq was
him.
Kobe. Kobe was the problem.
Kobe had a rough night, and that was something. We spent about the first 45 minutes on the Lakers, their playoff chances.
And your masturbation habits?
Oh yeah, we didn't touch on that. I told you, Drew. I'm scared if I talk too much about masturbation, I'll begin masturbating. It's yeah, no one would want to see that. Liam,
that's true.
Yes.
You're 23. What's up?
How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
First, I'd like to say hi to Darrell.
Hey, Liam, what's up?
Not much. I want to tell you that I absolutely love your work
Thank
on
you.
Saturday Night Live.
Thank you.
Crack me up every time.
Thank you.
And to Adam, that one lady on SNL that you were trying to think of, I think her name was Melanie Hutzel. If I
Yeah, she was Melanie. Was it Hetzel?
Hutzel, yeah, something like that.
She was Jan Brady.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she also had that really annoying skit with like the Delta, Delta, Delta. Can I help you? Help you? Help you? Something like that.
She was like a sorority girl.
Right.
Yeah. All right, but now we can't think of the name of the chick who took off when Dice Clay came on.
Oh, I didn't. I have no idea who you're talking
That's our
about.
next piece of trivia. All right. Well, anyway, Liam, what's your question?
Okay, my question is for Dr. Drew. The first part of the question is, what is the success rate or the failure rate, as it were, for using the withdrawal method?
Statistically, I'm not sure anybody has looked at what the probability of conception is that way, but it's considered not contraception.
I'm sorry?
It's not considered a form of contraception.
Right.
All right.
And is that due primarily to the fact that the pre-fluid is high in sperm?
Well, even that's debatable. If you look at it's interesting. There's one of our staff member at drdrew.com wrote an article about getting pregnant twice in college, and it was her first sexual encounter. Guy withdrew well before ejaculation. She didn't believe she could get pregnant the first time. There's that wives' tale out there.
Right.
She got pregnant.
Yeah.
Went out second time, same thing. Guy withdrew, got pregnant. Twice, 2 for 2. And the point being that it can happen very easily, and there's debate about whether or not that's actually an issue of concentration of sperm or not, or how much volume is leaked. But
Well,
it can
what
happen
about the
easily.
pre-cum, as they call it? Is that high in a concentration of sperm?
Some people believe it is. Some
Well,
people
what do you
believe
mean
it is.
some people believe?
Well,
Can't they look into that?
It's probably not in all people that way.
Yeah. And
Like your plumbing is tight, right?
I have a gasket on there that it's made out of Kevlar. It really is. I don't even have a gasket. I have an O-ring around my nuts, and nothing leaks through.
Yeah.
I'm not a dribbler. Some guys are, and it's like certain dogs do that. Certain dogs don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Liam?
Yeah.
All right. You may be a dribbler, though, right?
Well, there's the second part to my question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would doing something like taking a small amount of Vaseline and sealing off the entrance to the urethra be effective in preventing the pre-fluid from escaping?
Yes, that would be a very effective technique. It is outlined in detail on the drdrew.com.
I made that the image. Did you ever have those air guns when you were a kid?
Yeah.
You take them, put it in the dirt, take them in the dirt, and then
Right.
fire them. You can take his penis.
Well, I mean, assuming that the guy was able
Yeah,
to before he
Liam, tar would be more effective, to tell you
Cement.
the truth. It'd
Cement.
Stay in place. Cement dries hard; it would chip out.
I see.
I think a tar or an
rubber?
epoxy,
There you go.
I'll tell you what would work. Silicone caulking, the stuff you put around your bathtub tile, that'd stay in there. Could you? And if you use one of those caulking guns, you could probably get it halfway down the urethra. You know what I mean?
And lay it out there.
Yeah, so it's like before any semen came out, a nice big log of silicone would come flying out.
All right.
All right, Liam. Liam.
Yeah.
You can't get the girlfriend on the pill, or you can't get a condom?
No, this is just a hypothetical question.
I understand.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's not going to work. Shove gum in your penis. Oh, yeah. Gum in the penis. How about that? That was another one of my great ideas. Angel?
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yep.
What's up?
Okay. I have a question. I've been dating this guy for almost a year, and we started having sex really soon after we started going out, and we've had sex for almost every time we've seen each other.
How old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
18.
How often do you see each other?
At least once a week, you know.
All right.
But like my question is, the times that we don't have sex, I feel like really let down, and just it puts me into a depression, and I'm just like in a bad mood for like a long time, and I don't know if it's like an addiction or an emotional thing or.
It's an emotional thing. That would not qualify as addiction, okay?
Yeah. Are you using protection, or is he just
Yeah.
And to try to tease out what's biological about that and what's psychological, it's a very difficult thing to do. It's kind of normal to be let down and be affected by sort of a detachment, a rupture of your intimacy. Although this whole thing has got to be sort of overwhelming to manage at your age. It's a little bit much.
He's
A little much,
18,
15,
huh?
Yeah.
Is he out of high school?
Yeah.
Is he supposed to be out of high school?
Mhm.
He wasn't kicked out of high school?
Nope.
And what's he doing? Going to junior college?
He doesn't know what he wants to do with his life yet.
Working a muffler shop.
Where's he work?
A grocery store.
I see. And you met him when you were 14?
Mhm.
Oh, baby. You don't have any problems with that, huh?
Or no, I met him when I was 13. Sorry.
Oh, I see. Well, that's now it's totally different ballgame. I thought you were 14. That's different. 13's fine.
Okay.
In the Jewish religion, that's when you become a woman. Okay?
Okay.
Except for the beard on the Jewish women doesn't come in until their early 20s. So there's some confusion there. Hey, Angel.
Yeah.
Don't get pregnant.
I won't.
And is Daddy around?
Mhm.
He is?
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah.
All right. Why do you humiliate him this way?
Get that morning after pill, keep it in your medicine cabinet.
Hey, I'm on oral contraceptive.
There you go.
There you
right,
go.
Angel.
No, but I don't know what to do though, you know, because it puts me in such a mood. And like, is there anything that I can do, like vitamins or something?
No. Does he know you feel that way?
Yeah, it's just I think it might bother him because like every time I see him, you know, I wanna have sex and.
Yeah. What's up with you? Anything up with you?
Like what?
You know, anyone abuse you?
No. Uh-uh.
Huh?
Again, reenactment. Adam, anybody abuse you?
No.
No.
No. Anything? Really? Your dad an alcoholic?
Mm-mm.
He ever hit you?
No.
Wow. Hey, listen. Did your dad ever hit you?
No.
No? Well, what's up? Why are you answering that way?
Because I'm thinking and then I'm saying.
I see. All right, Angel. Listen, this is your issue. I don't know. There's no easy answer to it.
Okay.
But it's definitely yours. And I don't like this guy.
Okay.
Do you like him?
I love him.
All right. Well, don't get pregnant, please.
Okay.
All right. Mental note. Don't name daughter Angel. Every girl who calls in this show named Angel is 14 and getting it on with a guy who's out of high school.
And under community supervision.
Yeah. That is bad news. Oops. Hold on a second. Danny?
Yes, sir.
You're 23. What's up?
Well, I have this girlfriend, this ex-girlfriend who's coming in from out of state. And she seems to have something called genital warts. Yeah, I know it's bad. And
It's not bad. It's common.
well, yeah, I know, but it's bad if you don't have it and you want to have sex with that person.
Can you cross state lines with warts, Drew?
Of course not.
It's not like backyard fruit, is it? You know what I'm saying?
There's a tariff. There's a
Yeah,
A
you get stopped at the
it's
border.
not duty free, certainly.
Could be called pubic fruit, couldn't it?
Danny, what's your question?
Well, I just want to know if I could have anal sex with her. I know Adam likes the anal sex questions.
Yeah, I do enjoy those.
Why
Thank
not? You're gonna be putting a condom on for that, I hope. Anyway, so
Oh, yeah,
why not,
definitely.
Why not put a condom on and have genital intercourse?
Well, I know that her gynecologist told her that that condoms won't protect against genital warts.
Not 100%.
Yeah.
But they're certainly going to help.
Yeah. Well, from what she said, it's too easy to get them if I'm wearing a condom, and then we have vaginal sex. I mean, let's be honest. I'm a man, and she's got a vagina, so she automatically hates me. So I'm not sure I'm going to get sex anyway. So I'm.
Well, you sound like a delight, Danny. I'd be surprised if she didn't give you sex.
I know, aren't I a sweet talker?
I'm finding myself becoming more and more attracted to you as the minutes wear on.
Well, I have been into the prison thing.
The what?
The prison sex.
What's that?
I'm just kidding.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Hey, Danny, how'd you meet this girl?
Oh, we met in high school years back.
I see. And what town does she live in?
Austin.
And where do you live?
I live here in L.A.
And she's coming. Why can't you find a chick in L.A.?
Because she's a very close personal friend. We've been like best friends for years.
I see.
And we dated off and on.
Well, that answered my question.
Yeah.
Why can't you find a girl in L.A.?
I'm sorry. Because girls find me physically repulsive, and I'm a Star Trek fan.
Oh, I did get that in his voice. And is that, by the way, those of you who, let me explain certain things to certain guys out there and gals, but mainly the guys. There's certain things you enjoy, certain things that you're proud of, certain things you like to talk about. Understand you're drying up the vagina of the person you're talking to when you're telling them that. Keep it to yourself. Like, you could be insane about Star Trek. It could be your life. Still should not be shared with your mate. There's nothing a chick hates more than that. And I'm curious why they find him physically repulsive. Danny?
Yes, sir?
Do they find you physically repulsive?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that because of the pointed ears?
No, actually, I think it's just because of the uniform that I wear. It's about 3 sizes too small. I bought it when I was 13.
What is that?
Star Trek.
Star Trek, I see. And you don't actually wear that around, though, do you?
Sometimes I do.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a restaurant manager.
I see. Which one?
I can't say.
I see. All right. Does it have a salad bar?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it is full service. I mean, it's a nice restaurant.
That's a good sign. All right, Danny, really, is there anything wrong with you? Other than the obvious? I mean, physically?
Other than my comic book fascination and my...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know.
Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I never got into the Dungeons and Dragons thing. It requires too much mental gymnastics.
I see,
Too much
yeah.
horsepower.
Right. Jeez, it's scary, Danny, but you got the worst of all combinations, which is Star Trek geek, low IQ. It's a rare combination.
Small penis also.
Oh my God.
I know.
That is horrible. All right, Danny. Enjoy yourself. Put the condom on and have fun in the back door there. All right.
Thank
all right.
you, sir.
Yeah. It must be great though to be Danny because he's going to enjoy this sex at 23 like you enjoyed it at 16. You know, you get that feeling? This is not old hat to him at all.
No.
She comes in through that front door. She's going to look like a giant turkey leg to those cartoon characters who get trapped on the island. You know what I mean?
A hot dog or hamburger.
Yeah, she's like a
Whatever.
walking hot dog. Damn. Steven?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey, you're 13. What's up?
Yeah, I just want to say, hey, what's up to Darrell Hammond?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Not much, man. And I love you on Saturday Night Live, dude. You do an awesome job playing Bill Clinton. I think that is just hilarious,
Thank you a lot. Thank you so much.
man. And I was
Show was on 12 years before Steven was born.
and I was
Scary.
Yeah.
I was wondering if the cast of LoveLine or Saturday Night Live can send me like an autograph if I give them my address.
No.
No.
No way. No.
No,
It
Steven.
really, Darrell, do you have any pictures, headshots you send out?
No, I mean, no.
Not on you.
I don't have any, but seems like it's a possibility.
Hey, Steven?
Yeah.
If you send some kind of like self-addressed stamp envelope into us, I think we can send you a picture.
All right.
All right?
And if you want one from me, mail it to Rockefeller Center, 30 Rockefeller Center, 10019, care of NBC.
And you'll get it?
Probably, yeah.
Do you get a fair amount of fan mail and that kind of
I get
thing?
a fair amount, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
not
our
bad.
fan mail, Drew?
You get fan emails once in a while. Where's that one from yesterday? Did
Well,
you read that one yesterday?
Yeah, I did. I wouldn't exactly call that fan mail.
Oh,
It's more
okay.
sort of a deranged psychopath on the
Well,
warpath.
that's what you get.
Melissa,
Yeah?
you're 17?
Oh, yeah, hi.
You love your boyfriend, but you're afraid of him?
Yeah.
And you don't want to get intimate with him?
Right.
All right, hold on a second.
Okay.
That sounds a little boring.
Okay.
Girlfriend asked him to hit her during a sex prom. Now, wait a minute. Hold on a second. This could be something. John?
Yes.
Your girlfriend asked you to... all right. So Melissa's been on hold for 80 minutes. We'll get to you, Melissa. Just hold on a second. We got a show to do here. John?
Yes.
Your girlfriend asked you to hit her?
Yeah. See, that's like a little problem for me. Like every night, we have sex a lot, and it's kind of getting old. But I mean, we have sex, and she asked me, like, before we even did anything else, she just asked me to, like, slap her and just rough her up.
All right. Wait,
You
I'm not
like
interested
John?
in
You
that
like-
either.
But
No.
how sad that is. They're 20 years old. Had sex for a while. I'm bored of it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Jillian?
Yeah.
You know the actress that didn't go on Saturday Night Live the cast member, the night Andrew Dice Clay came on?
That's right. Her name was Nora Dunn.
Nora.
That's right. Or did I say Nora Dunn? I said
No.
Jan Hooks.
Yeah.
All right. There you go, Nora Dunn.
Okay.
Another Saturday Night Live alumni who has drifted into obscurity.
That's right.
That will not be the direction Darrell Hammond goes. in, though.
Exactly. I can't remember a single skit she was in, but I remember that she didn't show up on the show because she didn't like Dice Clay.
Right. Well, it turned out to be a good move because we're talking about her 10 years later.
There you go.
All right, thank you, Jillian.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right,
Bye.
hold on. We got to take ourselves a break. When we come back, you want to get to John? and
Melissa.
We'll get to Melissa? All right, we'll get to Melissa, then John after this.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
Is getting a blemish really such a crisis? Yes, it is. But now with new Biore Blemish Balm, there's nothing to worry about. Biore Blemish Balm is an overnight acne treatment. We're talking visible results by morning, so blemishes just aren't a big deal anymore. Biore Blemish Balm forms a tiny gel patch to give you continuous treatment all night. You wake up to clearer, healthier looking skin that's not dried out. There's also new Biore Blemish Fighting Cleanser to help prevent blemishes every day. So say goodnight to that blemish. Biore. Clean, honest.
According to scientists who study this stuff, people blink their eyes 20,000 times a day. So if you're not careful, you could easily miss how fast Geico Auto Insurance starts working on your claim. Often we can handle details in hours instead of days. And in just 15 minutes, or roughly 210 bats of an eye, Geico could save you 15%. So call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO. You may blink twice when you see the savings. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
Hi, I'm Serenity, and these are my friends, Missy and Stephanie.
You know, a lot of things happen to us every day that we have no control over.
But HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases aren't things that just happen to you. You do have a choice. You can choose to use a condom, have safe sex, and take control of your life.
Asking for a condom isn't stupid. It's smart. It shows that you care about yourself and your partner.
You can do something about sexually transmitted diseases. Use a condom.
Every partner.
Every time. We do.
A message brought to you by Wicked Pictures and AIDS Project Los Angeles.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Somewhere in our community is a mother whose drug abuse once left her unable to care for her kids. There's a father, too, whose alcohol use drove his wife and children away. There's a boyfriend whose drug use frightened his girlfriend into giving him an ultimatum: get help or I'm gone. Help is available. It's in the form of treatment programs for drug abuse and alcohol problems, and the good news is that these programs are making a big difference in people's lives. With proper treatment, mothers and fathers, sweethearts and coworkers, friends and neighbors are overcoming drug and alcohol problems and reclaiming their lives. Isn't it great that treatment works? To find out about drug and alcohol treatment programs that can help, call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-HELP. There is help, and it works. A public service of this station and the Center for Substance Abuse Treatment.
Dad, I don't think our campfire's totally out.
Are you kidding me? I know when a campfire's out. Did you drown the fire with water and stir it with a stick? No, it's out. We don't have to. Who said that?
Frank, it's a talking moose with sunglasses.
And a bunch of singing and dancing forest animals.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
And when your folks desire to build a fire, clear brush and branches away, and keep water nearby like you oughta.
We're out
Okay, I poured water on the fire. I stirred it with a stick. Everybody walked slowly toward the RV.
Dad, these are just Smokey's friends.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Frank, it's Smokey.
Nice hat, Smokey. Want the rest of my peanut butter sandwich?
Dad!
Visit Smokey at www.smokeybear.com. Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, the National Association of State Foresters, and the Ad Council.
Yeah, it is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Darrell Hammond is our guest tonight.
Were you ever a jock, a disc jockey?
No. Know him from Saturday Night Live, and this is my only radio job.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you, Darrell?
What?
I'm Adam Carolla. Over there, Dr. Drew. Darrell Hammond. Funny man.
I did that. I did an overnight shift once.
You did?
Yeah, and I practiced trying to learn how to be a jock. It was terrible.
Where at?
Vero Beach, Florida.
And when you said did it once, you mean for a few months? Or?
Yeah, for a few months, and I was really bad at it. Yeah.
And was it always a goal of yours to get on radio, or how'd you get into that?
I wanted to do voices for a living, and
Right.
recording studio to make my tapes.
Mhm.
And I needed to make a lot of tapes, to send out a lot. And so I got an overnight position, first pushing buttons, and then later actually doing the weather, and then actually being a jock.
And what were some of your earliest impressions of voices? Were they voices or they impressions?
I did Pee Wee Herman. That was like one of my first ones. Eddie Murphy,
Give us a little taste of those.
Pee Wee Herman, let's see. I used to do Pee Wee Herman on Dynasty.
Look, Alexis, I like you. Like you.
Like you.
The things about me you don't want to know, Alexis.
Things you shouldn't know.
Things you could know.
Let's see, let me think. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I'm a rebel. A loner.
I like you.
Why is it so funny? There's something that's so inherently funny about that. If Paul Rubens was sitting here doing it, I wouldn't be laughing.
Not as much.
But if someone who's doing it and sounding like 99% of it, it's hysterical. All right, and what about a little Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy. I met Eddie Murphy once, and he came up to me and he said, I just want to what did he say? I just want to say your stuff is freakish. That's what he said. Your stuff is freakish. But the way he said it was, he goes, and then he laughed. He did his laugh. So he said it like, I just want to say your stuff is freakish, really. Just freakish, really. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. He goes, well, no, with the Jesse Jackson and the no in the hand of the thing. Or no.
Give us a little Jesse Jackson.
Ask me any question, and I'll give you a Jackson-esque response.
All right. You're familiar with the Million Man March, and just last Mother's Day they had the Million Mom March. Is that a ripoff in any way? Do you feel slighted? Does it take away from your achievement as a Million Man March?
Well, we must separate the cream from the coffee. To combat the deficit, I've taken a position in the Middle East, nearly becoming the position of the day. Blacks have not seen a good time under Reagan. I have not run negative ads and jibbity and rat-a-tat-tat.
Did you do Maya Angelou too on Saturday Night
That
Live?
was Tracy Morgan. It was really good Maya Angelou.
Yeah, because he really is
He
black.
really does it so well.
Yeah, I was, I just sort of remember seeing it recently, and I figured anyone who did an impersonation was you, but it was Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Well, now, who else do I want to hear from Saturday Night Live? I mean, Jesse Jackson never gets old, of course. There's Clinton. But there's a lot more that I'm not thinking of.
There's a lot that I did one time.
Right.
I just learned. I had a few days to learn it. I mean, like Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah.
You didn't you? was that on a game show or?
It was the Joe Pesci show.
And where he beats the crap.
Yeah.
Out of Everyone with a Bat?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a little Richard Dreyfuss. I do love him.
Okay, I used to warm up with the speech from Jaws, one of his speeches from Jaws, so I'll just do that, okay?
Right.
All right. Mr. Vaughn, what we're dealing with here is an eating machine, a miracle of evolution. All this machine does is eat and sleep and make little sharks, and that's all. I don't think you understand our problems. I think I understand a little bit about your problems, that you're going to let it swim up behind you and bite you in the ass. Mr. Vaughn. Yeah.
All right. Oh,
There's a lot of voices I only did once.
let's see. How about Sean Connery? Yeah, you did.
I
Sean,
did Sean Connery a couple times. Yeah.
Didn't you do? Now, did you do him? Who'd you do on the game show?
Actually, I did Sean Connery on Jeopardy.
Right.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give us a little Sean as long as we're on a roll? Huh?
Well, all right. Sean Connery. Let's see. Capone. I gotta get down there. We gotta work those new teeth in of his. Capone pulls a knife. You pull a gun. He puts one of yours in the hospital. You put one of his in the morgue. That's the Chicago way. How's that?
Oh, that was excellent.
All
Perfect.
right.
Yeah. From not the Defiant ones. What am I thinking about?
Untouchables.
The Untouchables. That's right.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey, you're 17. What's going on?
Well, I've had this boyfriend for a while, right?
Yeah.
And, I trust him and I love him, but I'm scared of him.
Why?
I really don't know. I don't know if I have issues, and I want to try to figure it out.
You're scared of him on physically? Am I allowed to talk?
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Only it's Jesse Jackson.
All right. Let's separate the cream from the coffee. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sometimes physically, I'm scared to get intimate with him and stuff. But then, sometimes also, emotionally, I'm scared to let him get close to me.
And
at 17, that's sort of normal to have ambivalence about being open and intimate.
How old is he?
He's 17 as well.
I see.
But is this fear you have of him something sort of real? Is he an aggressive guy? Is there
No, he's really passive, and he won't fight back.
I see.
You try to provoke him?
Try as you might.
Not really.
Yeah.
When we get in an argument, so he won't.
Yeah. Drew's wife has the same problem with him. And is you okay with guys in general?
Oh, yeah.
You like them? No one did you wrong?
Oh, no.
Daddy was good?
Real good.
All right. Well, you got to get over it then.
Hey, is it too late to beg you to do the lightning round?
Yes.
Yeah, I might be able to squeeze that in.
I love the lightning round.
Do you?
It makes me laugh so hard.
Well, thank you. You're one of the minority who enjoys that.
Oh, not even.
Oh, really?
We talk about it at school, and everyone loves it.
Well, I normally don't do it with a guest on hand because it's something I do to fill the time. But maybe I can slide into a little lightning round, and Darrell can call on his overnight shift experience to do a little can DJ.
Yeah, even just for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll do a little dueling lightning round.
Tell me what are we doing?
Well, it's basically I get the cowbell out and slide into the over-the-top DJ.
Oh, you do?
And we burn through some calls.
Yeah.
That's right. And I think Darrell could play along with that.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you say?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we'll do that in about 5-10 minutes or so. Let's first talk to Dylan. Dylan?
Yeah.
All right. So you make out with your girlfriend with your clothes on.
Yeah.
And you want to know if she can get pregnant.
Yeah.
Is your fly open?
No.
No?
I understand even the question.
Well, I mean, could the semen or sperm kind of get through the clothes and?
I don't see how.
Because she was kind of worried about that and stuff.
I don't see how.
So you mean if it soaked through your jeans and then you put your jeans in her, could she get pregnant?
Something like that.
Well, are you having an orgasm or are you just leaking?
Leaking.
You're leaking.
Oh no, forget it. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, you're all right. What's going on with you two though? I mean, you don't take your clothes off?
No, we haven't had sex yet.
Yeah, but you can still take your clothes off sometimes, can't you?
Well, Mom's always home, so.
I see. So you keep your clothes on.
Yeah.
You just have a big puddle in your pants when you leave the house. That's nice.
I wear long shorts.
All right, Dylan. Listen, when you do have sex, you got to use some birth control, right?
Please.
Yeah, and you cannot use the withdrawal method because you're a leaker. All right?
I didn't know I fell under a category.
You certainly do. You're the king of the leakers. You understand?
Oh, thank you.
All right, so you cannot pull out. All right? You must wear a condom. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
All right, have fun.
Okay, thank you.
And who does your laundry?
My dad.
Oh, that must be a wonderful experience for him.
Well, I kind of clean it before he does it.
You clean it up? Good. There's nothing more humiliating for a father than doing his son's laundry and having to break the corduroys over his knee to get them into the washing machine.
Break.
So you want to take a break?
Speaking of breaks.
Let me just talk to someone. James?
Huh?
You're 15?
Yeah.
You have wet dreams about girls other than your girlfriend?
Yeah, I want to know if it's normal.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah. Why does that even bother you?
Yeah, it's because, like, that sometimes my girlfriend sleeps over here without my parents knowing. And it's just that I find it very uncomfortable, and I haven't told her about it, and I was wondering if I should talk to her.
That you're having dreams about other women.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Keep that to yourself, James.
Yeah. You got a lot to learn.
Okay.
You should never share honest thoughts with your mate. You understand me? Never.
Okay, thanks.
Only Yeah, here's the deal.
Can't a gay male do that at least?
No.
Can't share?
No.
Because
Gay
men
male?
can handle it.
Yeah, a gay guy could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because his partner's thinking about, one of the guys from Friends while he's getting blown by the other guy. Or possibly you, Dr. Drew. Possibly you. But here's what I'm saying. Here's the deal with women. You know that adage, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all? That's good with the ladies. Just give them the compliments and save all the beefs, all the thoughts, all those things. Like people always talk about, you should be honest in a relationship. It's important to communicate. All that nonsense out the window. Believe me, it took me a long time to figure that out.
Yeah.
Just say the happy thoughts and bury the bad ones. Right, Drew?
Yeah.
Don't even talk to him if you can help it, right?
If you can, yeah, that's why I like a nice Oriental gal. Someone right off the boat.
Someone that you can, quote song lyrics from Elton John and claim they're yours.
That's right. What do you mean? I say I am Elton John.
Look, Ling Chow, I can't fight this feeling, okay? Deep inside of me.
That's right.
Ooga shaga.
Girl,
I can't fight this feeling deep inside of me.
I think...
Girl, you just don't realize
what you do to me.
Yeah.
I thought first you were going REO Speedwagon, but I see we went to Ooga Sugar rap. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. Darrell Hammond is our guest tonight. When we come back, I think we'll do a little... what's over there?
Just reading that question.
We'll do a little dueling lightning round, DJs. Oh, yes.
Read Chad's question for everybody to appreciate.
Go ahead.
Chad has heard that the head of your penis will fall off if you have anal sex.
Mm-hmm.
Think we should address that? Oh, Ace Rockola will address that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's my name. And listen, gents, that's true if you try getting me. Spread the word. We'll be back.
Back once again with it.
LoveLine. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back before you know it.
This is a story about American heroes. They changed quite a few lives last year. Jorge Vasquez put out fires, but no, he's not a firefighter. Philip Dale discovered several new stars. Oh, he's not an astronomer. And Elaine Capobianco, she saved a child from drowning, but she's not a lifeguard. They're teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
I'm a teacher. The children are the heroes.
We're not just teaching subject matter, we're teaching human beings.
I am tough as nails, but they know that I love them.
I mean, we've got a legacy that follows behind us forever.
Teachers have the power to make an impact on our future. California will need about 250,000 more of them in the next 10 years. Reach for that power. Teach. Call 1-888-CAL-TEACH now. A public service message brought to you by CalTeach, the Ad Council, and this station.
Okay, so I'm a teenager, right? And everyone's so quick to judge me. On the outside, I may look like... But on the inside, I'm all... Just because I look like... doesn't mean I act that way. In fact, I'm actually involved in crime prevention. That sounds more like this. It's really a great way to convince adults that while you may be looking, you're really thinking.
Call 1-800-722-TEENS to find out how to make your community a safer place for everyone. Get involved, get the number, and call 1-800-722-TEENS. A public service message from the Crime Prevention Coalition of America, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Ad Council.
Evening, folks. I'm Vince.
And I'm Larry. We're the crash test dummies.
We'd like to entertain you with a little song. Only one thing.
We can't sing, but we're here with someone who can, with a song for the little ones. Ray?
Mr. Charles?
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids.
Backseat, baby.
The front seat's not the place to drop off. Put that booties in the backseat. Have bags and kids you never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you.
Raymundo, do you mind if we try?
Oh, look at here.
Backseat, baby, better buckled in the back.
Backseat, baby.
Baby faces stay intact.
Larry, yo, Larry, maybe you should keep your day job.
Ow, that hurts.
Not as much as our day job. Backseat, baby.
You stay alive even when I drive.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids in the back seat. A message from the Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
Dear Jim, I just wanted to tell you the things I love so much about you. Like your pasty white belly and how it fits in those tight shirts that my friends think you shouldn't be wearing. I love how you do that thing where you mash 4 slices of bread into a massive ball of dough and stuff it in your mouth. That's so adorable. And what about when you tell those same jokes from reruns that you've seen over and over again? They make me laugh every single time. Other guys play sports or go running or do something outside, but not you. You're different.
Guys, rest assured you will never in your life meet a girl like this.
P.S. I can't wait until we cuddle in front of pro wrestling all day this Saturday. I hear it's a steel cage Texas death match.
Get some exercise. Get up. Get out. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council and the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports.
Hey, this is Jonathan Silverman, and you're listening to LoveLine with Ace Racola and Dr. Drew.
That's right, guys and gals out there. This is Rockwell. It's a good part over there. Dr. Drew is back down
on your Tuesday.
It's a 2 for Wednesday. Let me check the time real quick. It's 11:46, straight up to 14 minutes away from the top of the hour, 12 midnight, the witching hour, and you're smack dab in the middle of the lightning round. Tonight, our guest is the very, 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 very funny man, Darrell Hammond. You find him on Saturday Night Live. And let me tell you something. This kid is hot, hot, hot. Going to be down to Bray Improv all this weekend, doing his jokes and whatnot. Maybe a little Jesse Jackson, maybe a little Bill Clinton. You get out there and see him, sport defense. All right, let's hop back on the phone. So we got John Drew. That's call number 1. Jezebel.
Hello.
Jezebel, 19 years old.
You guys are crazy.
Yeah, what's going on? Hey, Jezebel? Let me check time real quick. It's 11:46 and 40 seconds. That is 13 minutes and 20 seconds away from the top of the hour, straight up midnight, the witching hour.
All right.
You're listening to Love Line on East Rockwell. Bar Drew. Darrell Hammond is very funny man. Very funny Saturday Night Live. What's up there, Jezebel?
Can I ask Darrell a question really quick? Can he
Here he
do
is.
Bill Cosby?
I've never done. You want me to try?
Yeah, you should.
Try a little Bill. Darrell, let me check time before you get on. It's 11:47 and 10 seconds. That's 12
13 minutes
minutes.
to 12 o'clock.
That's right.
On your Wednesday.
Go ahead there, Darrell. Bill
Cosby,
yeah.
give me something to say.
You know that funny little laugh he does?
Uh-huh. That I need something more distinct.
You never watched Bill Cosby?
Yeah, but I have never done the voice before.
Hey, Darrell's Ace Rock Old I do that. Why don't you talk about Jello? Because I know Bill loves that Jello, loves to hug that Jello, loves the Jello. Let me check time real fast. It's 11. I'm checking the time here. It's 11:47 and 40 seconds. That's 12 minutes and 20 seconds away from the top of the hour. Straight up minute. Darrell Hammond again. Very funny man. Very funny. Saturday Night Live. Hot, hot, hot. Go ahead there, little Bill Cosby there with the Jello. Talk about Jello.
What's up? Are you gonna ask me a question?
Yeah, I need to ask a question.
Okay.
My question is, okay, I have both my nipples pierced, and I want to know if I'm going to be able to breastfeed, because I know when you take out piercings, it builds up scar tissue behind
Yes,
there.
usually you can. It makes it a little more difficult, but you can.
Usually you can?
Can, C-A-N.
That's good, Jezebel. I see where you got that name.
Squirt out in like 3 different places?
It tends to be a little more difficult, as I understand.
All right, baby. It's going to be like a rain bird on your yonkers. You know what I'm saying there, Jezebel? Thanks for calling. I'm sure you're hot, hot, hot. All right over there?
On your yonkers?
Yeah, that's right. That's Dr. Drew over there. I'm Ace Rock Gold, Darrell Hammond from Saturday Night Live. Very, 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 very funny man and hot, hot, hot. It's joining us.
Tuesday.
He's going to be at the La Brea and Bravo this week coming up. Let's do a little Pee Wee Herman for you back there.
You big dummy.
That's little Fred Sanford for it. It's 11:48 and 48 seconds. That is 11 minutes and 12 seconds away from the top of the hour. Straight up is hot back on the phones. Do a little more Ted Koppel for us, Darrell. You're very happy with that.
It's the kind of smut many of the porn stores won't even carry.
That man is a funny man, and that's
there
why
I was down in Cuba.
No, Darrell, go ahead.
I said, there I was. I'm in Cuba. I've got Castro on one side. I've got the Pope on the other side. And all of a sudden, a girl in Washington gives a BJ to the president. And my dream of can I have another margarita? My dream of I don't know what to say.
Darrell Hammond, very funny.
What's the secret word, Pee-wee?
La 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 la.
Scurrilous.
La la la.
Hello.
Kevin.
Hey, what's going
You're
on?
25 minutes back down in the middle of the lightning round. I'm Ace Rock Gold. It's a good bar, and Dr. Drew is a question over there. There you there.
Hey, I'm Dr. Drew.
Kevin.
I was skating like about last week on a Wednesday, and I was busting a gap, and I landed on a rail, and I, crunched my nards pretty good.
Both of them?
Yeah, pretty much. And they turned like blackish purple for a while.
They swell up?
Yeah, big time. It was like elephantitis of the nuts.
Why weren't you seen by a doctor then?
Because I didn't really think anything of it. I just put an ice pack.
Your testes become the size of grapefruit, and they turn blue, and
yeah,
they hurt like hell.
Yeah.
I don't know. What point would you actually go see the doctor?
Something's wrong with his testicle?
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
What would it take, like a Komodo dragon hanging off of your testicles by its jaw in order for you to think something may be up with the testes? Or is the balloon size in black and blue good enough? That's Darrell Hammond over there, by the way. It's going to be the brain all weekend long. Hey, Kevin, get in, see the doc. What do you say, buddy?
Yeah, I'll try to get it.
All right.
Yeah, you can rupture the testes. You can permanently affect your fertility and testosterone levels.
Let me tell you something about Ace Rockola. Something happens to family jewels. I ain't driving myself being airlifted in, you know what I'm saying? Medevac helicopter right out the chimney. Let me check the time. It's 11:51 straight up. That's 9 minutes away from the top of the hour. The witching hour, 12 midnight. Darrell Hammond, very funny man from Saturday Night Live, is going to join us in. It's going to be the La Brea Improv. Funny man. And hot. Jeff?
Oh, my God, dude. I'm so shaking. Adam, you were like, God, dude, I've listened to you guys for so long.
That's right. I'm a deity.
You're so cool. And Saturday Night Live, dude, it rules. I've been watching it forever since John Belushi, man.
Thanks, man.
Well, you really hit the hat trick tonight. Jeff, you're 16 years old. What's your question, bud?
Yeah, like, I used to do LSD a lot, like, in the 7th grade, like, when I was a freshman.
That's why you think Darrell's funny.
Yeah, and that's I still continue to do it. And, like, I don't know, I've been hearing sounds lately. It's, like, hard for me to get to bed.
All righty. And have you stopped doing the LSD, there, Jeffy?
Jeff, it kills me when kids do this to themselves, because acid, ecstasy, these are drugs that are known to damage brain. Time magazine did a thing about ecstasy. I read it. It was awful. It was just, it killed me that they were just basically presenting the facts about people who deal with patients who have damage from ecstasy as though it's some sort of biased presentation of people who have some agenda to get kids to stop doing drugs. Hey, you want to choose to do drugs? Enjoy. But realize your brain gets damaged. You're going to hear voices. You're going to have mood disturbances.
Drew, I know
That's
this
the
is a
deal.
very passionate subject for you, and I hate to cut you off, but let me check the time. Thank you very much. It's 11:52 and 30 seconds. 7 minutes, 30 seconds away from the top of the hour. Straight up. Pee Wee Herman and Ted Koppel are both in the studio tonight. Pee Wee, you there, buddy? Ted, you still standing by?
Absolutely.
Sean Connery's just stepped in the studio. Sean, you hanging with us tonight?
I'm staying for the long haul.
All right, and oh, what a surprise! President Bill Clinton has just stepped in.
Let me say to the people of America and the nations of the world that I hate your ass. I swear to God I do.
Bill, could you step aside for just 1 second? Jesse Jackson would like to say something.
I certainly will set that apparatus in motion.
Ted, any last words? Ted Koppel?
It's the kind of... I don't know.
Ted Kennedy stepped into the studio. No, he just left. Ted has not stepped in. Ted just poked his head in to say hi to Jesse and Clinton, and he stepped out. I'm Ace Rockall. That's my partner, Dr. Drew. Wait a minute. Adam Carolla stepped into the studio. Do you do an Adam Carolla?
No, I don't.
He
can't be done.
He cannot be replicated or duplicated in any way?
He can't be repeated.
God
Blah,
bless
blah,
you.
blah, blah.
And that's why, Darrell, you could certainly do a blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. That's why Darrell Hammond is at La Brea Improv all this week, Kitty.
Brea.
Yes, I've said that 400 times. I'm stuck on it. We're going to take ourselves a quick break. I'm going to check the time during the timeout break, and we'll be back after this.
LoveLine will be right back.
These are the sounds of today's kids. And these are the voices of today's kids.
Don't underestimate me. I can work harder in school.
Give me a problem that's hard to solve.
Give me tougher work. Give me tougher books. When I solve a tough problem, I'm on top of the world.
Surprised? Don't be. 74% of kids say school should only pass them to the next grade when they've learned what's expected of them.
I'm not afraid to fail.
If I make a mistake, I'll do better next time.
75% of kids say they'd study harder if their schools gave them tougher tests. The fact is, almost all kids want to be challenged in school. So listen to the voices of kids today.
Challenge me.
Challenge me. Challenge me.
Do your part. Support higher academic achievement in your state and challenge our schools to challenge our kids. For a free booklet, call 1-800-38-BE-SMART. A message from the Ad Council and the Education Excellence Partnership.
Taking all that work home?
No, this is my own stuff. I've got a date with a financial planner.
You're only 25. Why are you planning for retirement already?
Hey, I want to be able to choose when I retire and know that I'll be financially secure when I do.
I've heard lots of people call themselves financial planners, but aren't they really trying to get you to invest in their favorite fund? Like they're selling size 20 shoes so everyone gets a hello Bigfoot.
Half this stuff is my bank statements, company insurance policies, tax returns. The planner's going to know a lot about me before recommending anything. The rest is background information I've collected on her and 2 other planners. If she passes tonight's round, she gets my papers.
Securing your financial future is important. You have a right to expect financial advice that's competent, ethical, and based on your needs. To verify that a planner is certified, call toll-free 888-CFP-MARK. A public service of the Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards.
Hey, driving fans! It may have happened to you. You may have heard the roar of the rumble strips, the blast of car and truck horns, and the heart-pounding fear of a near miss. Avoid all the dangerous crash action that comes with falling asleep at the wheel. Experience the amazing power nap. You've never seen power like this before. The Power Nap. Find out what the professional drivers have been doing for years. The Power Nap gives you the energy you need for the road ahead, and it's free. Whether you're driving to the shore with your family, to another city to meet a client, to school across the state, or anywhere there's action. The Power Nap is your ticket to revitalization. Experience the Power Nap at a rest stop near you. Just pull in, find a safe, well-lighted spot to park, turn off the key, and close your eyes. In just 20 to 30 minutes, you'll have the energy you need to drive safely for miles. So don't push it, park it. And feel the power of the power. Now. A wake-up call to all drivers from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Association.
It's nearly 6 a.m. and we're at a rest stop talking to travelers. Excuse me?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of circadian rhythms?
It's like a Latin band, right?
Not quite. Do you know what circadian rhythms are?
It's when the stars all align and their energy creates...
No. How about you, sir? Huh? Circadian rhythms. Exactly. Circadian rhythms tell your body when it should be sleeping as well as when it should be awake.
Huh?
Circadian rhythms are part of our body's internal controls, a kind of built-in clock that tells us when to wake up and when to go to sleep each day. Imagine the danger that comes when we try to drive when our body thinks we should be sleeping, especially at night, early morning, and for many people, mid-afternoon. You really should try to avoid driving during your body's downtimes. If you have to drive when you'd normally be sleeping and you find yourself getting drowsy, stop for a refreshing 20 to 30-minute nap. Now what would you say when I say circadian rhythms?
I'd say don't push it, park it.
Right.
A wake-up call from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Associations.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No, thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool, join the crowd, have a drink even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The brilliant comedy critics are raving about is back. HBO's Sex and the City is taking on the tough questions, like, do women really just want to be rescued?
I'm always ready for a white knight, as long as his shining armor is a gold card.
I've already met my prince. His name is Double A, and he keeps going and going.
Sex and the City, starring Sarah Jessica Parker, premieres Sunday night at 9, 8 Central, only on HBO.
Rescued by me? No. And I have the restraining order to prove it.
Yep, it is LoveLine. All right, that about does it for the show. I want to tell all of you to go out to the Brea Improv and check out Darrell Hammond.
He's funny.
He is hot. Darrell is. Thursday through Sunday, Saturday Night Live, which is on Thursdays on the Fox Network.
UPN.
UPN, they switch it? Yeah. On UPN, I'm sorry. Thursday nights, 7:45, I believe it is. Darrell, always good to see you, not only a bona fide talent, but a bona fide nice guy.
Thanks,
Very
man.
friendly and enjoy not only conversations on the air, but the conversations during the commercials here.
Thanks, same here.
Thanks a lot for coming in. And
Thanks for having me.
We'll hopefully see you sooner than a year and a half.
Okay.
So until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
I was abducted in broad daylight.
Well, now. This has been LoveLine. The stuff expressed on LoveLine is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.